That time is 8 o'clock on this Monday morning, May 15th, 2017. And it's time now for the Peter Chittle Morning News on this Monday morning, May 15th, 2017. God! Good morning to you all on this lovely Monday morning, May 15th, 2017. There are your news and odds at 8 a.m. Our top story is the controversy around President Trump's explosive decision to fire FBI Director James Comey as Press Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein in the spotlight. Seoul, South Korea. North Korea's latest ballistic missile test may be nearly as big as the deal as the propaganda machine claims. Friday's ransomware outbreak has gone corner and wall. Researchers work to stem the tide of infection. Business and governments and individuals can help the cause by making sure they are protecting themselves. Trump administration officials and attorneys are headed back to the federal appeals court on Monday to seek a reverse judge's March order that blocked President's second travel ban just hours before about to go into effect to ruin the president called. Now, negotiations to repeal the replace the Obamacare are fully underway in the U.S. Senate, where Republican lawmakers are grappling how they can find consensus between the moderate and conservative faction while still managing to get President Xi Jinping wrapped up in the inaugural summit dedicated to its cornerstone diplomatic initiative for Chinese-style globalization of an invitation to the world leaders attended to the government and reconvened in 2019. Russian President Vladimir Putin and other leaders were for a family portal during the Belt and Road Forum meeting video Yankee late just as our big China on Monday, as Peter says, world needs to talk to North Korea, not to threaten it. France is back on 6 close ties with Germany to show up EU. More than 10,000 police officers will be deployed to secure President Donald Trump on his 2-day trip to Jerusalem and Bethlehem. Theresa May is promising what she says would be the Dominican special to workers' rights by any conservative government that party retains power. Senator Jeff Flake, Republican of Arizona, said he expected that people wanted someone to say, I voted to talk about the stuff and send it up to him about not the good stuff. Washington, the latest on GOP efforts to reverse Obama-era rules as congressional Republicans agents of the show voters they can get to 7-9 and hail the reversal of the more than dozen Obama-era regulations. 18-year-old woman killed in a gruesome attack on Friday night has been defined as daughter of a Chicago police officer according to sources close to her family. 3 immigrant families has Edward Snowden and Hong Kong charged for 13 days. The asylum claims rejected the lawyer said Monday. Private Chelsea Manning will be an unpaid active duty soldier after a release from prison scheduled on May 17 of U.S. Army had announced. President Trump called on Congress to affordable health care for women and access to paid family leave and preserves on women's health weight. Searching for a good cup of joe, the 2 North Carolina police officers create their own brand. City of Anaheim survey residents on an open space plan. Second business park coming to Norton. Mansfield motorists should be prepared for travel disruption when work begins. Stood out of reconstruction of Mountain Street Avenue Bridge Step. Everett City Council judge board on common ground. Oil prices surged on Monday morning following a joint commitment on Sunday from Saudi Arabia and Russia's energy ministers to extend the existing oil production cut agreement until March 2018. The biotech company Thermo Fisher Scientific agreed to buy drug ingredients manufactured for $7.2 billion of statement on Monday. Thermo Fisher said it would have outstanding manufacturers for $3,500 a piece in cash, 35% higher from when they were. Okay, take a look at stocks down. That trade you 81 points at 2896.61. SP 5 down 354 points at 2390.90. And Nasdaq up 527 points at 621.23. 45 years have passed since humans last set foot on an extraterrestrial body. Now the moon is back in the center of evidence knowledge in its space for to create an independent and permanent spacefaring society. Scientists are drilling into the impact crater associated with a devastator of the dinosaurs summarize their findings so far. The BBC News documentary Monday. It was 18 feet long. The Milton tank now found remains have emerged in the oil sands mine in Canada down to the north of Highlight, some blockbuster. The SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket to the launch image threat. 5F4 communications island is set for finding out on the SS Kennedy Space Center in Cape Canaveral failed at the Space 1517 launch. Peter Children's time is 8:05 on this Monday morning, and it's time now for a spot report. The Boston Red Sox get clobbered by the Tampa Bay Rays 11-2 tonight. Winner take all, Game 7 Eastern Conference semifinals between the Boston Celtics and the Washington Wizards for the right to beat LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Kawhi Leonard should be bad at Zaza Pachulia should be bad in the NBA. The league knows undercover shooters in the department, but there's not anything to fix it. The Boston Celtics are trying to go for number one seed, the number one pick. The Lakers don't need to be first, but they sure better not be worse than third. And in California, with a spotlight already shining brightly at a matchup between the National Predators by Johansson and next by Kessel game to the Western Conference Finals just out of some theatrics and body dialogue. One. Peter Children's time is 8:06 on this Monday morning, and it's time now for Trevor Transit on this Monday morning. Back to work, back to school. Baby! Let's start your family day with a red line. Special Minor stop by delays of the real disabled trade. Commuter rail. Kingston trade 038-737 for Kingston that raised and Kingston due to a vehicle on the tracks that out 25-35 minutes behind schedule. Kingston trade 70367 from Kingston to passenger transfer on a never traded Halifax with bad service to Boston. And the Thursday out looking good. Alright, I was in my ways of New England, 95 on the southbound side, so between Bridgeport and Greenwich. Met Parkway westbound side, so between Bridgeport and Stepford, 95 on the northbound side, also west end New Haven, 95 on the southbound side, also Madison, Connecticut, 84 on the westbound side between Newtown and Emory, 84 eastbound side, also Waterbury Stretch, and the hip Mexican from West Hartford to Hartford, Connecticut, 84 on the westbound side, so between Manchester, Connecticut and Hartford, Connecticut. 91 on the southbound side, between Wisconsin and Hartford, Connecticut, 91 on the northbound side, so between Meriden and Hartford. 91 on the side by side, also New Haven stretch. 91 on the north by side, so between 57 and today, when in Springfield today. 1 on the south by side, also after route. 90 Mass back in Springfield, Mass by west by side, also Springfield stretch. Mass back on the west by side, also Stockbridge. 29 east by side, also between the Mass back in Auburn down on the route. 9 in Worcester, 146 on the north by side, Florida. 29 in Worcester, 190 south by side, also 29 in Worcester. 245 on the north by side, it is backed up between Rentham on all the way up there. Route 290 out in North Bar. And Marlborough. 95 on the north side, so between work and downtown Providence. 95 on the south side, so between protected downtown Providence. 95 on the north side, also downtown Providence. 185 west side, so between Seacock and the downtown Providence. 295 on the north side, so between 37 and Route 6 and the work Johnson stretch. 295 on the south side, and north side, also Route 99, 146A in North Smith 99, North West House between 126 and 122 in the Lincoln Socket 295 on the North West Side, also but 195 in Attleboro. Route 4 to the North West Side, also 43 in East Greenwich. 130 to the West West Side, it is back to my James Side stretch. 114 on the South West Side, and Mount Bridges, a slow go. Out of the gate, Board Bridge to the South West Side, so 28 on the North West Side, also at Board Roadway and Route 6 on the North West Side, also at 134 in South Dennis. And 95 on the north side, so between Edinburgh and 128, it gets to do with an accident around McCarran Street and shared on Route 95. 24 on the north side, and then so between 27 and Brockton on your Route 128, gets to Route 3 on the north side, so between Derby Street and Hingham on a Main split. 120 to both ends back to between the split and all the way out to Route 24 and Red Off. 120 on the north side, so between Kenton on 95 on Route 20 Warfare, Mass back in the east side, back to the Westford, all the way out to the Southfield Expressway and Westbound westbound side, also from Logan Airport down at South Boston. Southfield Expressway at the northbound side, so between Bridgeview Split Island and the Mass Pike. Southfield Expressway southbound side, also Dorchester Stretch 93 to both ends back to downtown Boston. 93 to the southbound side, so between 230 Midwood down at St. Bridge in Boston. 92 to the northbound side, it is backed up around the Medford Stretch. 120 to the northbound side, also between 95 and Peabody on way to 114 to Peabody. 120 is southbound side, also between Linfield and Waltham. Route 2 eastbound side is backed up at 60 Belmont out of the Wall, down at Cambridge. Route 2 westbound side is also at Lexington Stretch. Route 3 of the southbound side, it is so between Chelsea and all the way up to Route 128 in Burlington. 45 on the northbound side, south between Lowton and all the way out to Chelmsford. And then 45 on the southbound side is backed up between Haverhill all the way up to Chelmsford. 93 on the southbound side, it is backed up at Manchester and the Derry. Every turnpike stop outside. It is sold between 293 and Manchester at Merrimack. 101 on the east side, back between Hampton Stretch. 95 on the dot. 93 on the north side, back between Interstate 8 on Cognepture. 8 on south side of Wolves Road, Route 93 Cognepture. 393 on the west side of Wolves Road, Cognepture. 95 on the main turnpike on the north side of Wolves Road, Kennebec Port. Interstate 8 on south side of Wolves Road, Kennebec Upstate. Vermont and Apex West, St. Albans and Interstate 87 on the south side of Wolves Road after the Canadian border at William Chapel, New York, and Onward 50 on the south side of Source, South Quebec, towards Montreal. New York State 3, eastbound side of Backwood 3, 890 and 87 in Schenectady, Albany, 87 in southbound side, also Boston on the Route 7. And Interstate 90 westbound side, also 77 in Albany, New York. Peter Channel News Time is 8:10 on this Monday morning, and it's time now for a weather report. And we're taking a look at radar, and it shows some light rain stretching from Boston, greater Boston to points north and south, and northeastern Massachusetts, and some heavy bend of rain showers around Ipswich and Beverly, and another line of heavy bend of rain showers west to western stretch around Southbridge and around Millbury, and another heavy bend of rain showers around northeast and Orange, Connecticut, but some rain showers around eastern Rhode Island, Connecticut, central and east-western Massachusetts, and southern Vermont, southern New Hampshire, and another in southern Maine, and raining around the Albany and vicinity of Cairo, and around Great Barrington, and raining around Poughkeepsie and Denver, and wow, some heavy beds of showers and storms from northwest to seven and stretching around Sparkle Lake up in Maine. Spotty rain showers from Waterville down from Wackland and off the Maine coast and off the New Hampshire coast, and raining around 7 and western and north central portion of Vermont and upstate New York. And heavy bed of rain showers in northwestern Plattsburgh, New York. Okay, 7-day forecast that goes like this. For today, we have some showers likely maybe before 2 p.m. We have some cloudy skies, highs about 59 to 64 degrees. Northwest about 9 to 40 miles gust is 33 miles an hour, just reaching 7%. New percent less than 10 minutes possible. For tonight, cloudy skies during the early evening, gradually clear with a low 47 degrees. The northwest about 6 to 8 miles an hour, gust 20 miles an hour for Tuesday. South sky about 67 degrees. The northwest about 9 miles, gust 20 miles an hour for Tuesday night. Park clouds come about 52 degrees. And the west about 5 miles, come about comedy need for Wednesday. Most sunny park clouds have about 8 for about 62 degrees, southwest about 3 to 8 miles an hour. And for Thursday, most sunny park clouds are hot. I'm at 92 about 66 degrees. For Friday, most sunny, most about 82 about 50 degrees. Saturday, most sunny park clouds about 68 about 48 degrees. And for Sunday, park clouds about 68 degrees. And currently in Taunton, it's overcast at 48. Naughton, it's overcast and it's 48, and Mansfield it's overcast and it's 48, and that's going to be it for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Monday morning, May 15th, 2017. I appreciate it. Good morning, good positive. Hope you have a good day.